I just hiked the Inca Trail in Peru, and there are a few things that I wish someone had told me. Things that would have made my life way easier, cleaner, and just less dramatic. So in this video, I am sharing my must-know tips for hiking the Inca Trail. From bathroom hacks and packing secrets, to training, altitude, and gear that'll actually save your sanity. And I'll tell you about one local guide who completely changed how I see this trek. So grab your hiking poles and your sense of humor, because this is the stuff that makes the difference between surviving the Inca Trail and actually enjoying it. The Inca Trail is about 26 miles or 42 kilometers and is traditionally walked in 4 days, 3 nights. And yes, it's as stunning as everyone says it is. You'll pass through ancient ruins, climb through cloud forests, and watch the sunrise over Machu Picchu. But you'll also learn more about bathrooms, stairs, and altitude than you ever thought possible. So let's start with one of the most unexpectedly helpful things that I learned on this trek. Tip number 1, the bathroom bag. Okay, I know this might sound silly, but trust me and you'll thank me later. Create a bathroom bag. Put everything needed for your toilet adventure into a plastic grocery bag. I recommend toilet paper, wet wipes, sanitizing wipes, Dr. Bronner's soap, and hand sanitizer. This way, when nature calls, you're not fumbling through your backpack or your duffel bag looking for all the things that you need. They are already in one place. Also, most toilets along the trail do not have seats. It's just the rim of the toilet. So if you want to sit down at any point, I recommend bringing that pack of sanitizing wipes so that you can clean it just a little bit before you sit. Tip number 2, bring a camp chair or at least a sitting pad. 2 of the people in our group brought ultralight camp chairs. And I'm not kidding. They looked like royalty every day while the rest of us were sitting in the dirt like common peasants. I'm going to link the best ultralight camp chair in the description of this video. They even brought these camp chairs to the dinner tent because they wanted back support that the plastic stools did not provide. And yeah, they were sitting a little bit lower than everyone else at the table, but they were comfortable. If you don't want to carry a whole chair, I get it, but at least bring a foldable sitting pad. You'll be sitting on the ground a lot while your guide explains the different ruins that you'll pass, so this will give you some extra comfort. Tip number 3, choose a great trekking company. Your local guides will truly define your experience on the Inca Trail. You literally cannot do this trek without them, and you spend 4 intense days together, so pick wisely. We went with Alpaca Adventures and they were fantastic. They were super organized, the guides were fun, and the food was great. But they're a huge company, so next time I'm gonna go with a smaller company to more directly support the local community. While I was in Peru, I met with a guide named Juan, who, along with his family, runs a small trekking business called Apurimac Adventures. He's one of those people who just radiates kindness and passion for his country, and he has all 5-star reviews for a reason. Tip number 4, spend time in Cusco. Now you have to spend a few days in Cusco to acclimatize before the trek, but honestly, stay longer if you have time. We spent about a week in Cusco total before and after the trek, and I never got bored. Cusco is full of culture, fantastic food, and has so many awesome activities that you can sign up for. I recommend going horseback riding at Sacsayhuaman, yes, that's the real name of a place, and taking a cooking class with Peruvian Cusco flavors. Make sure you ask for Jesus as your chef. I will link this experience in the description. Spending time in Cusco is a fun way to connect with Peru beyond the Inca Trail. Plus, your body will thank you for easing into the altitude. Tip number 5, stay the night in Ollantaytambo. If you're doing a Sacred Valley tour, which I highly recommend before you start your trek, stay the night in Ollantaytambo the night before you start the Inca Trail. We didn't do this. We did our tour of the Sacred Valley, which ended in Ollantaytambo, and then we drove all the way back to Cusco just to wake up at 4 a.m. the next day and drive all the way back to Ollantaytambo. So if you want to save yourself hours of unnecessary time in a van or a car, make sure you stay there. It's also super charming and walkable and has a great market. Okay, next let's talk about the big fear that everyone has when they sign up for the Inca Trail. Tip number 6, don't panic about the altitude. Before our trek started, a few people told me that they had been losing sleep because they were so anxious and afraid of trekking at altitude. But here's the truth. Everyone was fine. Altitude affects everyone differently. But if you spend 3 days in Cusco before you start hiking, drink lots of water, and avoid alcohol, you will likely be fine. A few of the people in our group got mild headaches, but nothing serious. Take it slow, listen to your body, and the altitude is totally manageable. Of course, I always add in when I start talking about altitude that I am not a doctor. So if you're going to be trekking at high altitude, I recommend checking in with your doctor first before you sign up for something like this. Tip number 7, the great debate. Trail running shoes or hiking boots? The internet will try to convince you that there is a right or a wrong answer to this question. I am here to tell you there isn't. Half of our group wore trail runners, half wore hiking boots, and pretty much everyone was happy with their choice. And because I love gear so much, I actually interviewed the people who were in our group to ask them what shoes they were wearing and if they would recommend them. I made a list of everyone's favorite shoes that they brought on the Inca Trail, and you can find that list in the packing video that I made. The key to picking the right shoes is that they should feel immediately comfortable when you try them on, like your foot has found its mate. Also, make sure to break them in on several hikes before you leave. Tip number 8. Bring your own sleeping bag liner. This is one of those comfort tips that can make or break your ability to sleep well on the Inca Trail. Now, I rented a sleeping bag, sleeping pad, and sleeping bag liner from my trekking company. The liner was 100% cotton. It had no stretch, and honestly, I felt like a trapped burrito all night. So next time I will bring my own Sea to Summit Thermal Light Reactor liner, which is very comfortable, stretchy, and it adds warmth. Tip number 9. This one really surprised me. Get to the sun gate quickly. Let's talk about day 4 of the Inca Trail. This is the final stretch to Machu Picchu. This is the part that nobody warned me about. I'll set the stage for you. You're gonna wake up at 3 a.m. It's dark, it's cold, and you're half conscious. You don't brush your teeth, you don't eat breakfast, you just roll out of your tent, grab your backpack, and shuffle to the checkpoint, which is about a 5-minute walk from the campsite. Then you sit on a wooden bench for 2 hours waiting for the checkpoint to open while you slowly question all of your life choices that brought you here. Now, once the gate opens, it's about an hour of hiking to reach the sun gate, where you will get your first view of Machu Picchu. But here's the thing. If you want that quiet, magical goosebumps moment at the sun gate, I recommend that you hustle. There was one group ahead of us at the checkpoint. Now, probably about 30 minutes before the checkpoint opened, so around 5 a.m., these guys started warming up, stretching, and raising their vibes. Once that gate opened, they left fast. And by the time that we arrived to the sun gate, they had already enjoyed it and moved on. They had the whole place to themselves. So if I could redo it, I would be that group. Because while our group was just a little bit behind, we had to stop, we had to take off layers, we had to stop for water. We weren't warmed up. So take the time to stretch, drink some water, and get ready to book it. The faster you can hike, the better chance you'll have at being the first one to arrive at the sun gate on that day. And even if you only get a few quiet moments up there, it's worth it. Seeing Machu Picchu appear through the morning mist is something you'll never forget. And finally, tip number 10, train, train, train. If I could only give you one piece of advice, it's this: train. I know it sounds obvious, but I'm serious. Get on that Stairmaster with your backpack. Do some downhill training on local trails if you can. These stairs on the Inca Trail are legendary. They're uneven, seemingly endless, and really hard on your joints. So the stronger that your legs are, the more you can actually enjoy this trek. And if you want to experience this trek with a supportive community, my group travel company is heading back to Peru in September of 2026. We took everything we learned on our recent trip and made the next one even more magical. We'll handle all of the logistics so that you can just focus on the journey and maybe bring that camp chair this time. Thank you so much for being here and for watching this video. Happy trails.